Ciao tutti, buongiorno. And you thought I wasn't legitimately Italian, huh? I'm making the pizza. Hi everyone, I'm Chef Jan, and we are cooking like an Italian today. We are making pizza two ways today. We're making a Bolognese pizza, and we're also doing a cauliflower crust pizza for those that can't have the gluten and love the veggies. You're gonna love both of these. So I have to tell you that I thought this was my own idea. I really came up with it on my own. But if I go to Pinterest, there's probably 5 million recipes for Bolognese pizza. But I thought with my mama's pizza sauce, it has everything you need for a topping for a pizza. It's got sausage, Italian sausage, it's got beef, onions, carrots, celery. It's got tomato sauce, and what more do you need, right? So if my mama were here right now, she'd say, Jenny, it's too thick. You gotta thin it out with some wine. But I want it thick because it's gonna go on top of the pizza. And when you find the bay leaf in there, grab it, it's good luck. Make a big wish, it's gonna come true. Okay, so the Bolognese, by the way, this is an amazing recipe, and we did it on the show earlier, so if you want the full recipe, just go to my website at jandiatri.com and look for Mama's Bolognese. Now, I want to give you a huge tip on making dough. Look at this. This is yeast that's getting ready to go into my flour. This is what you want your yeast to look like. If it's not bubbly and full and alive and doubled in size, then it's not going to make your pizza great. So, the way to do that, there's 3 things that can sabotage your yeast. One is the water. If it's too hot, it will kill the yeast. If it's too cold, it won't bloom. Also, what yeast loves is sugar. It grows so quickly with sugar. So I always add equal amounts of yeast and sugar. 110-degree water, a little bit warmer than warm, is your perfect environment. So then you wait 10 minutes and that's ready to go into my flour. So I've made my dough, super easy. If you've got flour, water, salt, and a little bit of olive oil, you could make pizza dough anytime you want. So I'm gonna spread that out, and I'm gonna go get my oven. I think I'm gonna crank it up to about 450 degrees, maybe even a little bit higher, because I want it to simulate a pizza oven. So let me go get that going, and then we will build our pizza and enjoy it. Be right back. Oven is cranking. Let's build the pizza. I'm starting with, this is liquid gold in a bottle. This is Queen Creek olive oil. This is the basil olive oil. They're based in Arizona, and they have 12,000 trees and 160 different varieties. They are a destination spot for visitors to Arizona and residents as well. And they just won an award for their international quality olive oil, and they have so many different varieties. I love it. So I'm just putting a little bit of oil on the bottom. Now we're going to go ahead and spoon that Bolognese. Oh, I'm going to make this one loaded up. I really am. So I don't need any other toppings except the cheese, because look, it's got sausage, it's got beef, it's got all your veggies. I'll give it a little border because, boy, I'm telling you, this is just such a fun pizza to do. And you know, you could make the Bolognese the night before, the week before, bring it out of the freezer. Okay, that is beautiful. Now I'm going to add a little bit of cheese. So we've got some shredded mozzarella. Can't have enough cheese. This is sort of like a lasagna in a pizza round, right? Oh, why not? A little bit of Reggiano Parmigiana. You know what? The Italian way is to use very few ingredients, but make them quality. That's why people love Italian food. And of course, it comes together very quickly. Now, I'm gonna just put a little bit of fresh basil on top, and I wanna give you a tip. The chiffonade cut is really a beautiful cut cut, and it's a finishing cut for your basil. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your large leaves of basil and you're going to stack them just like that, and then we're going to roll it up into a cigar, nice and tight. And what's also helping is as you're rolling it up, the juices, that zest is coming out of the basil. And then I'm just going to cut them into very thin ribbons. Now you could do this before you put it in the oven or after, but it just creates some really beautiful ribbons of flavor. All right, there's our Bolognese pizza. It's gonna go in the oven for about 7 to 8 minutes, and I'm gonna get ready for a cauliflower pizza, but I can't wait to see how this turns out. We're cooking like an Italian. Look, 8 minutes later, this Bolognese pizza is ready to go. Oh my goodness, will you look at that? Little bit of drizzle with that beautiful Queen Creek olive oil and just a hint of basil on top. Look at that. Nice, ooh, look at the crust underneath. That is yummy. Okay, so you want half and I'll take half, or you want it all and I'll have a piece? What do you want to do here? Well, let's give it a try. Oh my goodness, Bolognese pizza. You don't need any other topping than Bolognese sauce, which you could make. Oh my goodness, look at this. Still steaming right out of the oven. I've spent the whole day with my mouth watering here. Oh my goodness, look at that. Okay, look at that. Bolognese pizza. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to dive in. Oh, just like my Nona's kitchen. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to dive in. Okay, so when we come back, we're gonna make a cauliflower crust pizza. Now that's the way to eat veggies. We're cooking like an Italian. Hot, hot, so hot. If you've got a little bit of room in your tummy, let's make a cauliflower pizza. You're gonna love this pizza. There's a big trick though, is you're gonna buy either a cauliflower and grate it yourself, or you can buy riced cauliflower. You need to steam it for about 10 minutes in a microwave, and then you're gonna get it into a cheesecloth and strain it. Look at the liquid that just came out of that little bit of cauliflower. That will sabotage your pizza crust. You need it to be as dry as possible. So I'm going to start putting together, now that we've got our drained cauliflower, I'll put that in the bowl. Now I'm going to add some goodies to it. I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese, some mozzarella, 1 egg, that's the binder, flour, also binder. That's optional, but I find that if you add some flour, about 1/4 cup, it really holds well. Some chopped basil, garlic powder, gotta have garlic powder. I love garlic powder. I love fresh garlic, but there's certain recipes, like on a steak or chicken, I love garlic powder. Salt, pepper, and red pepper flakes right in there. I'm gonna give this a stir. I'm gonna put this all together. I'm gonna roll this out onto my pizza round, and we'll get it in the oven. But right now, I've got to go turn that oven down to about 450. I had it up to 500. It's going to burn my cauliflower. Be right back. And there's the cauliflower pizza right out of the oven in 10 minutes. Isn't that beautiful? It has so many wonderful flavors. Now I want to top it with some, what do I want to do here? Okay, let's put a little bit of shredded cheese. Now these are optional. You can just go with a naked crust if you want, but I think toppings are always so delicious. A little bit of cheese. I've caramelized some onions here, and we can sprinkle of just a little bit of nice caramelized onions. Remember, it takes quite a long time to caramelize them correctly, about 20-30 minutes, but it's well worth it. Good. And then I'm going to drizzle it with some amazing Queen Creek Fig Balsamic Reduction, which is just the perfect pairing with that cauliflower. What did I tell you? Is this a way to eat your veggies or what? And then we'll just top it off with a little bit of fresh basil. You could do parsley, you could do kale, you could do whatever you like. So there we have it. Pizza two ways. The Bolognese pizza, you don't need anything but the Bolognese for a topping, and the beautiful cauliflower pizza with caramelized onions, cheese, and Fig Balsamic Reduction. Thank you for letting me share my Italian heart with you. I hope you make these pizzas really soon. I think you're going to love them. I want to thank my awesome sponsors, Queen Creek Olive Mill, Strictly From Scratch Bakery, Armando Pasta, Arizona Farm Bureau, and FillYourPlate.org, iHealth Networks, and Bloomfield Builders in Arizona and Colorado. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time when we cook like an Italian.